session, and this session is about the introduction to postgraduate studies. And my name is Farah. I'm the admission officer for Institute of Postgraduate Studies. Let's start. So under this presentation, I'm going to cover about the overview, the academic requirement, the English language requirement, and also the application process. And under this overview, so I'm going to share with you how many programs that we have, where is our campus location, and when is the intake for postgraduate program. So first, the total program that we have about 228 altogether. We have 123 research program. For coursework and mixed mode, we have 52 program. And also one for online program. But basically, this online program is part of the coursework program, which is the Master of Business Administration. So altogether, we have about 228 program. And you may want to ask, where is our campus location? So if we refer to this Malaysia map, we are basically located in this Peninsula Malaysia. So we have about 5 campuses. The main one is in the Penang Island. We have 2 in the mainland of Penang, which is the Engineering Campus and Advanced Medical and Dental Institute. We have another campus in Kelantan, which is another state in Malaysia, for our health campus. And this is also our teaching hospital located. And for those who would like to study in Kuala Lumpur, we have one small branch in Kuala Lumpur offering postgraduate program in coursework mode. So next, you can ask, when is the intake of postgraduate program? If you receive an offer, so you may want to know about this. So we have 2 types. For research mode program, basically the intake is year-round. You can register anytime. After you receive your offer letter, after 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, you can come anytime and register for the program. So basically, it's open year-round. And for the second one, it is a structured program, coursework, mixed mode, and online program. So since this is a structured program, so we have 2 intake, February and September. But basically for this year, we have changed the September intake. We delay or we extend it a little bit to October. So basically, you still have ample time for you to submit your application for us to process and to issue you the offer letter. Then after that, you can apply for the visa approval for you to register for October intake for this program, coursework, mixed mode, and online. Okay. And before you can submit your application, you definitely would like to know what are the academic requirements that you need to have in order for you to enroll for the program in USM. So, in order for you to enroll for a master degree program in USM, definitely you need to have a bachelor degree. Okay, and in USM, we are using the CGPA basis, CGPA over 4, and the minimum requirement for most of all the program, you need to have at least CGPA 2.75 and above. But some of the program, they do set a minimum of 3.0, depending on which program. You can refer directly in the website. And if you have CGPA between this range, we have additional requirement for you to fulfill in order for us to consider your application. You can submit your application if you fulfill the requirement, and we can evaluate your application accordingly. And now, if you want to enroll to a Doctor of Philosophy or doctorate program, these are the requirement. We have 3 types of the requirement. If you are a holder of master degree in coursework or mixed mode program, so we are using CGPA basis. So the minimum requirement for you to enroll for the program is basically CGPA 3.0 over 4. So you need to have at least CGPA 3. But if you have CGPA between 2.5 until 2.99, we still can consider your application, but you need to have either one of these additional requirement, then we can consider your application. And the second one, if you follow master degree by research mode, definitely you're going to have a pass or fail result. So if you pass the master degree research, you can directly apply to us to enroll for the PhD and doctorate program. And the third one is, if you are holder of bachelor degree with minimum CGPA of 3.67 over 4, you can be considered to apply for a fast track into the Doctor of Philosophy program. Alright, so now let's take a look at the English language requirement. This is the requirement set by the university. Some of the school do apply this requirement and some do not apply. You can apply for the program who are not using this English requirement, but please bear in mind that you need to very good in using English to ensure that you can understand the classes perfectly. You can also conduct your research work without any problem. Okay, and now let's move to the application process. This is the application process for coursework, mixed mode and online program. So you may want to know what are the process involved if you want to apply for the program until you receive the offer. So first thing first, you need to know what are the program you would like to apply. So know the program, search for the program first, and then you can apply for the program online. So everything it is online, so you don't have to submit your application or you don't have to submit your document to us via post or hard copy document. We won't accept that. So you can apply it online. Everything has to be online. So you can upload all the required documentation into the system. Then you can submit your application. Once you submit your application, we will check on the application. If there is any incomplete document, we will immediately inform you via your email. Then you can re-upload the required document. And of course, after that, you have to wait for the result. We will try our best as soon as possible to give you the result. And if you are successful to get an offer or get placed into the university, congratulations, you can print your offer letter. And after that, you can apply for the visa approval. Of course, it is compulsory for all international students. You need to have the visa approval in order for you to enroll and register into the university. So after you have the visa approval, you can register to the university. And the best part is for this year, for this coming October intake, the university allows for you to register online. So by not having for you to come here first, until the movement control order lifted by Malaysian government, so everything will be online. You can register online. You can follow the classes online. We will inform you from time to time when the university ready to open our door. Then you can arrange for your travel to USM later. And now, this is the application process for research mode. Basically, the process is almost the same except for this point. For coursework and mixed mode and online program, you don't have to search for potential supervisor before you submit your application. But for research mode, it is advisable for you to search for your potential supervisor in order to ensure your application can be processed accordingly without any delays. So the rest of the process is all the same until you can receive your offer, you can apply for your visa approval and you register. So as I mentioned before, for research mode program, you can register anytime after you receive your offer letter, and your offer letter basically valid for 1 year. And that's it. I would like to share, and if you need more or further information about our program, you can ask now. We can open the session for question and answer, and you can take note on these contact details. you can WhatsApp us for that 2 number, or you can call us directly at that number. And if you would like to communicate via email, so you can use this admission.usm.my, admission_ips@usm.my, and also we have a special account, usmadmission@163.com. So you can email to us anytime. We will reply to your email as soon as possible. And for more information about our program, you can browse to our website, www.admission.usm.my. So now let's open to Q&A session. Thank you so much. Hi everyone. So you can ask me questions, so I'm ready to feedback to you. Okay, regarding voucher that you would like to apply, we're going to give the processing fee waiver, USD 40, to those who are eligible for the voucher. So what you can do is, I already put the email address in the chat box. So you can just email to admission_ips@usm.my, submit together with your academic transcripts. So we will evaluate your your qualification, and if you meet the minimum requirement for the admission of postgraduate program, we can give you the voucher number. And the voucher is valid for one program. Basically, you can apply more than one program, but the other program you have to pay on your own.
View GSB dengan management atau beza lah. Perlu ke kita contact supervisor dahulu sebelum apply?
Okay, there is a question in Chinese, in Mandarin from August. I have to ask translator from Dr. T here. So, okay, basically for research mode program, what you can do is, it is best, like I mentioned in my slide, you can communicate your potential supervisor first in order for you to confirm whether your research field is suitable for them to supervise you or not. And what is the difference between GSB and management? Basically, they are brother sister. they basically having the same field. Most of it, they're going to have a same field, and the difference is only the school of management. They have an undergraduate program, but graduate school of business, they don't offer undergraduate program. They only offer postgraduate programs. So the management, how can I say, the management field between these two schools is almost the same. They also have marketing, they also have organizational behavior, but the difference is they have a different supervisor or different lecturer for you to work with. Okay, so you can just email to any one of them to submit your research proposal, for example, or you want to make an, earlier communication, you want to engage with them first to get to know, so that you can submit your application letter.
Keputusan language tu boleh hantar kemudian tak?
Okay, for
Bling-bling.
Okay, from Bling Bling, for English result, what you can do is, of course, you can apply for the application first without having the English result. So we will consider your application on the basis of conditional offer. But please note, for some program, for example, Master in Counseling, it is a very famous program, very popular program. So if you would like to apply for that program, you have to submit everything beforehand. So meaning that together with your English certificates. So if you submit your application without English certificates, the school will request that from you. So before they conduct an interview for you. So basically, for other program, you can submit your application beforehand, and we can process the application on the basis of conditional offer. Any other question? From Lily.
Kita boleh guna 163 punya email address tak? Tidak ada kan?
Yeah, you can send email to our, wait, let me share with you. We have created special, what do you call that? Special email account at this usmadmission@163.com. So you can send your email. Oh, sorry. Awana. I'm sharing my screen to you. 1 second. Okay, nampak tak? Okay. So usmadmission@163.com. So you can send any emails to this account also. We will respond to that email. It shouldn't be any problem. But our main email is this one, admission_ips@usm.my.
From August, the application will be there interview for all PhD program.
For PhD program, for research mode program, not necessarily PhD only. Research mode program, there will be no interview except if you are applying on a fast track basis, meaning that if you are a bachelor degree holder with minimum CGPA 3.67/4 or a first class degree holder, you want to apply straight away to PhD. You do not want to do the master degree program. Yes, you can apply for it, but as I mentioned, you need to be interviewed for that application. So basically for PhD, other normal PhD program, there will be no interview. So you can just submit your application on a normal basis. We will process the application accordingly. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah. Any more questions? August, hay ada semua nanti mah.
The whole list.
Application material.
Application material, what we have to prepare for. Okay. Okay, basically, okay, I can share to you basically, Ming. But you can basically refer to our online application portal also when you want to apply for the application. There is a guideline that you can download from the website. So never mind, you can just drop your email in that chat box. So we will email to you the guideline directly. So you don't have to search for it, okay? So you just drop your email. What else?
还有什么问题吗？
Any question?
Hi Ming, about the fee. So you want to ask about the fee for which program? Okay, Dorothy, noted. I will share with you also. PhD, all right. Fee is varies between school, basically for PhD program. So if you can refer to, hold on, let me give you the link. You can have everything in one paper basically because we already updated the list of our tuition fee, and depending on which program at which school you want to apply, so you can hold on, let me share. Okay, this is the link if you want to download the fees. Okay, so the fees will vary from one school to another school, and it depends on the cluster of the program. So you can take a look. So the fees is basically per semester basis. Okay.
Khusus bahasa dah ada dalam online punya program lah. Khusus bahasa.
Which one?
Bahasa, ni kata bahasa.
Easter ke?
Easter.
Easter, what language program or what language course are you referring to? Is it the Malay language or the general program in languages that you are asking for? Can you elaborate your question? General, okay. Basically for PhD, student, how can I say? It is a face-to-face basis between you and your supervisor, so you have to be in the campus. But between mutual agreement between you and your supervisor, you can be away from the campus. So it shouldn't be any problem for you to be anywhere because you are doing research. So you don't have to, basically for language, some more you don't have to go to the lab, you don't have to go to physical library. You can just, everything you can do it online between you and your supervisor. So it shouldn't be any problem, but on a general requirement, all international students are supposed to be in the campus throughout their studies in Malaysia. That is the general requirement. Okay, so I will say you can do it either online or face-to-face with your supervisor. So it shouldn't be any problem. So any other question?
August, Easter kata thank you.
Lily ke August?
Saat August, dia tanya saya GSP punya PhD program, tanya August. Apa yang dia nak tahu, dia tak cakap. Dia kata yang
please wait for a while because I'm checking with my translator. Okay, hi Lily. You have submitted your application and you want to know when will be the result released to you. May I know what program are you referring to?
Easter pun cakap dia dah mohon bulan 4.
Okay, for Easter, I can respond to that first. You apply for PhD program from 15th of April, something like that. Okay, so basically for PhD or research mode program, the normal waiting period is 1 month. So you are still on the waiting period process. We will try to check on it, why the delays happen. If, for example, the situation is like this, like I mentioned in my slide, you supposed to find or to search your potential supervisor first in order to speed up the process. So in your case, if you have identified the potential supervisor beforehand, most probably your application can be approved within that 1 month. But if, let's say, you did not have the potential supervisor beforehand, so the school have to identify for you. So they need to look around which supervisor available for you. So that's why it will take time. So you have to wait for a while for that application to be released for the result. And for Easter, what program are you referring to? Or PhD? No, for Lily. What program are you referring to? August tanya
full-time PhD boleh tak masa summer ada winter punya holiday baru datang sini belajar. Sebab dia dalam China dia ada kerja.
Okay. Alright, for August, you want to be here in campus during the summer and winter break. Okay, basically it is like I mentioned to you guys earlier, it is between a mutual agreement between you and your supervisor. Because suppose students are required to be in the campus, but we understand that most of our postgraduate students are working adults. So you have to serve your country, you have to serve your university, for example, if you're a lecturer. So you can register with the university and please confirm with your supervisor that you can be away from the campus. But please bear in mind, there is compulsory course that you need to take before you graduate, which is the language course. So that one normally you can take at any semester. So you need to be in the campus for at least a certain period. So you need to consult accordingly with your supervisor. Then you can arrange your studies accordingly. From Meng, one more question. How long should we stay in USM during your PhD study? Okay, how can I say? As a procedure, students are supposed to be in the campus throughout their study, the minimum period. For example, PhD, your minimum period is 2 years. So you have to be in the campus for 2 years. But many times I already mentioned to you guys just now, it is between you and your supervisor agreement. If your supervisor agree for you to be away after your registration, meaning that you can conduct your research from your home country, yes, you can do that. It shouldn't be any problem.
August tanya, dia nak move away from university tu, nak bincang dengan supervisor sebelum atau selepas dapat offer letter?
It is best, August, if you can discuss before so that your appointed supervisor know that you have intention that you want to be away from USM during your studies. So everything must be planned beforehand so that your potential supervisor know about it. You send your email to whom? Which supervisor that you engage to. So perhaps what you can do is you can forward the email to me. So I will communicate with the supervisor to respond to your email. Okay, you can forward to this email address. Okay, I understand your situation. So you can list the supervisor's name and their email to me. So let me chase them. Why did he not respond to you? Okay, I guess my time is up now. So we have to move to another session. Thank you for now. Bye. If you have anything, you can just email me.